twerk, twerk for daddy. Welcome back, my glorious tater tots, to Couch Potato Queens, the only podcast where the wigs are high, the opinions are higher, and the math is never neutral. I'm your host, Mackenzie, and tonight we are diving headfirst into RuPaul's Drag Race Season 18, Episode 5, the Rate a Queen Talent Show, where the queens didn't just perform, they plotted talent. Talent was served, and alliances were whispered. Feelings were hurt backstage, with a calculator and a prayer, because nothing says sisterhood like being ranked by the very bitches you barred lashes from. Joining me tonight to break down the flips, the splits, and the side deals, and the scandalous scorecards, give it up for my co-host, Dakota and Joseph. Wow, 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 wow. Two icons, zero mercy, and not a single safe opinion between them. We're talking Zara Larsson on the panel, a runway that said, "Not today, Satan," and a lip sync so good that RuPaul said, "How can you compete? This is how you compete for the crown." So grab a snack, clutch your pearls, and let's rate these queens irresponsibly. Hey, girl. Hey.
Hi.
Hi, Sophie Dophie. And Sophie Dophie wants to know if we've heard that the former Real Housewives of New York are moving to the E! Network. I did not.
Mm-hmm.
We can't hear you, Joseph.
The original cast is doing their own show, independent of Andy Cohen and Bravo. Now that they're out of their contracts.
That might be fun. So back to RuPaul's Drag Race. What did y'all think of this week's episode?
I thought it was
Giving Rate a Queen every week.
I thought it was a really, really fun episode for a change. Granted, this has been a good season thus far, but I always like the talent show. And, you know, we're so used to having it at the beginning of the season. So the fact that they waited till the middle to weed some of the girls out, I was excited to see what the girls were going to bring. Because I'm like, oh, you know, they weeded out some of the weaker queens. We'll see. Well, the people that did well, I wasn't expecting to do as well. And the people that did badly, I was not expecting to do badly. So delightfully surprised.
I was really, really happy with them putting it in the middle of the season, because you give these people chances to form bonds, and then you get alliances. And now you get into this, you know, showing that it is a competition game show. And I think it was super smart on production's part not to just throw them in there, because the only people that had connections would have been family.
Yep. Yeah, I thought it was fun. You know, I do prefer it at the beginning of the episodes, because I feel like it's a little bit more fair when you're going to have the queens rate it, just because they've not had time to kind of have some of the bonds that they've got at this point. But I know why they did it in the middle of the season. It's because a lot of us were bitching and complaining that there was no one that went home for the first 3 or 4 episodes of Drag Race. So we have like a month of RuPaul's Drag Race with nobody going home, and people kind of got tired of that. So we were able to have, you know, 3 people go home and then bring out Rate a Queen. And so now nobody goes home for 2 weeks. So it's just kind of, they just moved it from the beginning to here. I think it's fun, but as long as they leave it where they're leaving it, we're going to have alliances, you know, and all the stuff, all of the buildup that surrounds that. And speaking of which, we'll get into the episode. So the queens walk into the workroom, and we find out that Little Miss Discord Adams has decided that she's going to bring some color to the workroom, which was about like Wednesday Adams wearing color on Wednesday. And it looks like she was about to break out in hives. What did y'all think of her strategy?
I seeing her in color and seeing her smile was eerily haunting. And it's like seeing, I don't know, someone like Miranda Priestley from The Devil Wears Prada smile and say, "Hey girl, hey." Like, I would be equally as shocked. I don't know. Maybe she's turning over a new leaf. Like the girls have said, but isn't it the same leaf? But it's a new side to that leaf.
I think that Discord is starting to see, hey, maybe I might be getting a little bit of a weird edit. I might be getting like the bitter Betty, because she's only gotten critiqued like once, and it was a bad critique. So I think she kind of wants to change it and, look a little different in the workroom, act a little different, because no one wants to be Jan. Jan is very talented, but no one wants to be Jan.
Do we think she's going to be more like the Q of the season, where she thinks she should win or be in the top every single week? Or do we think she's going to be more like the Pearl edit minus the offending RuPaul in the workroom? Do we think she's going to be more like Pearl, where she kind of shows a little bit more personality, like is a bit more colorful, isn't so monotone? Like,
I personally don't think so. Just from the few things that I've seen her on, like I was telling y'all last week that I watched Scorpio's viewing party, and on the Scorpio's viewing party, Discord was on there with Hormona Lisa, and she was very fun to watch. She's going to be on Roscoe's recap next week. So I find her funny, and I think she knows when to take a joke. And so I don't think that she's able to see it yet on the show, but there's the rumors that she got disqualified and all that other stuff. If Discord Adams was as rotted and as bad and all of this stuff as, she was made out to be, they would not be giving her the edit that they're giving. They are giving her like a superstar edit.
She's getting the Lydia Butthole Collins edit. Like, yeah. That's,
and she's got her own fucking cam. She's got her, Discord cam. I mean, name another queen that has ever had their own cam every single fucking episode.
Yeah, Sophia Cristal didn't even get like a shoe cameo every single episode. She got it in a lot of them, but not every episode.
Hi, Mary. Sophie Duffy asked really quickly, did we see the Devil Wears Prada 2 trailer? Bitch, yes, the fuck I did.
Yes, I just saw it about 2 hours ago.
Yes, flooded my basement. So good.
Caleb Heron is in it, and I cannot wait. Because Caleb Heron is just like one of the funniest people on the planet.
Who is that?
The fat guy that likes to hang out with Brittany Broski and Trixie Mattel, and you see him on TikTok a lot. Okay. And he's just one of the funniest people that you will ever see. Like, he ranked above Mr. Beast in the most important people on the internet, and Mr. Beast got really, really, really pissed off about it.
Mary said, why did we do this at 11? Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. Mary, it's, I think because so many people complained about Rate a Queen being the first episode and then no one going home for the first 2 or 3 episodes, I think they are trying to, kind of still give us what we want. Because, I mean, when you do a talent show, you have to spread it out over 2 episodes so nobody can go home. I don't know. I kind of personally wish that there was a bottom 2 from each one of the weeks and someone went home each week of the talent show. Then the stakes would be a little bit higher, in my opinion.
Or they could do it Lollapalooza style.
Yeah.
And you get a bottom 2 in the talent show, those 2 lip sync, and then you're put into the bottom and you may end up lip syncing for your life against the other queen who from the other group who loses.
And Mary was asking, who is this that you were talking about?
Oh, I was talking about Caleb Heron.
Caleb Heron, yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Mary. So are going to move on along. RuPaul comes in and tells them that this is going to be Rate a Queen week, and they're all going to be splitting into two groups. Vita VonTesse Starr gets to pick which group she wants to go into because she won the previous week. And the rest of the queens are gagged. Immediately, we find we have Athena Dion, Mia Starr, and Kenya Pleaser trying to deduce how they can whip up the votes to be able to secure safety for each week. And they come up with the idea that, because Athena does not want to go against her daughter, which I don't blame her. Who fucking would? And Kenya doesn't want to go up against her daughter. So Mia says, well, what if I go up against your daughter and then y'all two go and then y'all rank us 1 and 2 and we'll rank y'all 1 and 2.
I was thoroughly confused because you know how they don't really give like the deep detailed instructions of the challenge in the workroom. Of course they do it like off screen, but I always have to wait until like I hear the queens talking about it to hear the explanation. So I was like confused. I'm like, okay, so there's going to be 2 separate weeks of talent show numbers. We got to pick who's in week 1, who's in week 2, and they all have to decide. And then also whoever is in week 1 can only vote for people in week 2. Those who are doing week 2 can only vote for those in week 1. I was just like, my brain hurt.
Well, and because there's 6 people who went in the first week, there's going to only be 5 that go in the second week. And so then 6 people are going to vote. So if 2 of the 6 people for next week put 2 people as 1 and 2, then statistically speaking, it would be next to impossible for those 2 people to go home unless every other queen ranked them dead last. So I think that's where they're going with it. And I mean, it's kind of smart, but we go from that to all of the other queens kind of talking. Discord, Discord, Jane Don't, and Mikey Meeks are talking. They pull Miss Juicy over to talk to the rest of the team, and that's when they try to finalize this alliance. Then we have little Miss Ciara Myst go and pull Mikey and Mia and be like, hey, we should all work together. And they start trying to get a separate group up. The problem that I think Miss Ciara Myst did not realize is someone already promised somebody else their vote first. You were second and last. So
she did make a good point that their girl group was the only full girl group still left, whereas everybody else's girl group was missing people. But yeah, she got it to a little too late. Like, I think there was like double and triple promises being made. So like, okay, yeah, I'll go with this, but like, I'm going to go for this person first, and then I'll go to you, and then I'll go to the other person that I promised in order.
Yeah. What did you think, Joey?
I think that I don't know what's going to happen next week. I know what happened this week, and I know that I'm anxious to see if they do what they did in, I think it was season 16, and they publish the results to the queens, and they hand them a book and say, this is how everyone voted. Because I need to know. Like, I think that's in the back of their minds is, are the other queens going to find out how we voted? And this next group that's going to be voting is a little bit younger. The group that's going to be performing is a little bit on the older side. So I don't know if these young queens kind of know that you don't stab an old drag queen in the back.
Well, and on top of that, we know that they're going to find out because every single time they do Rate a Queen, RuPaul always a week or two later just walks in and drops the results on the table and says, by the way, here's how everyone voted. So,
like Maury with the damn DNA test, just like waving it around.
So the queens come and sit down and they have a discussion. And pretty much unanimously, everyone agrees where they want to go, either in week 1 or week 2, with the sole hole out being Nene Coco. And Nene Coco's like, I'm going to go next week. No, this week. Next week. No, this. No, yeah. What did y'all think about Nene Coco being indecisive?
She was the walking billboard for ADHD, and we saw it happen firsthand on our screens. I think she was trying to not only do what was best for herself, but also like to whoever she made a pact with, but then she was second guessing it. It was all over the place to me, but I mean,
I think she can't do math, and she was trying to figure out what the split of 3 and 3 was going to be. And she just couldn't count who was where. And she was like, wait a minute, we have 4 now, so I've got to go to this group. Wait, no, never mind, I'm wrong.
Or not an architect, an engineer, whatever. She's one of the two. Either way, she's got to use math a lot. So, Mary says, Mia ate the strategy. Send her to the traders. So anything else y'all want to talk about before we get into the main challenges? Anything else that stood out to y'all?
No, not that I can remember.
Joey?
Are we doing runway first or the challenges? I can't remember.
Runway first.
Okay. Because I got some shit to say about the challenges for sure. Because, my opinion on talent shows has not changed since All Stars.
Yay. Here we got the judges. Judges were interesting. We have Zara Larsson as the guest judge, along with Power Bottom, what's his name?
Ross
Matthews. Thank you. Yes. And I thought Zara, she was fun. I thought she was a fun judge.
She's like she's a Swedish singer, I believe. I just came across her in the last year or so, but she's kind of like up there with like Kim Petras as like dance music icon. So for me, at least, I listen to her all the time. So I was super excited to see her as a guest judge.
Yeah, this is the first time I'd ever really heard of her, so she was fun. Anyway, let's see. Let me hit the right button. There we go. So first up, we have Ciara Myst. Dakota, what'd you think?
Joseph, you can go first.
Oh.
Well, it met the assignment, and there is a pun with it. She actually went the not today Satan route. So I'm gonna give her a popcorn pass because I do appreciate the wordplay. But if she had not had a decent reason for it, yeah, no, this was.
And what was the theme? I can't even
Not
remember.
today, Satin.
Okay, so Satin. That's what it was. Satin. Okay.
Which was a play on words for Bianca Del Rio's "Not Today, Satan."
It wasn't the worst. But it wasn't like amazing. I mean, it was like a leather strapless bodysuit and matching gloves with a satin, like a satin corseted dress to go over the top with a headpiece. I did like the headpiece. I love the makeup. It was a little bit more on the simple side, but we saw a couple of girls that were a little bit, as much as I love some of the other girls, they were on the simple side as well, and we will not be giving them a break either. So it's just a popcorn pass for me. It was just meh.
I absolutely hated this look. I mean, yeah, wordplay cute, but otherwise it's a hot training mess for me. And fair warning, there are going to be a lot of hot training messes tonight. Just saying. Next up, we have Miss Juicy Dion.
Mackenzie, you go first.
Hold on. Let me look really quick and make sure. Yeah, there's one more. You know what? I'm going to give this, because of the construction value of it, And because it kind of met the criteria, I'm gonna give it. I just don't know if it's satin. Like, it doesn't look like it's satin to me. Like, it looks
more like velvet.
Yeah, or not even velvet. It looks more like a crinoline or something like that. That's been like lined and stuff. Like, satin is shinier than like that. Just does not look satin. So I'm gonna mop it because I would wear it. Joey, what do you think?
It reminds me of Michelle Williams from Destiny's Child. She did Death Becomes Her, and she played Viola Van Horn, not the villain, more the narrator of it. And she's got that big, beautiful purple collar, and it's so good. It's definitely a mop it.
I think this was I'm trying to think ahead because I'm blanking, but I'm pretty sure that this is my top look for the week. I'm pretty sure. But I'm going to do Slay of the Day because I really love this look, especially for her. It was definitely Little Shop of Horrors. It also reminded me of Joan Collins in the Flintstones, Viva Rock Vegas, how she wore those elaborate, not headpieces, but like the dresses that like went up with the big shoulders. That's what it reminded me of. So I'm going to say it's my Slay of the Day.
Okay. All right. Next up we have Miss Nini Coco. What do you think, Joseph?
I'd mop it. I appreciate this. I'm sure there are a lot of people that don't, but I appreciate it. It looks flowy. It looks very ghostly, like death, like it's got mummy death shroud crap hanging from it. I absolutely love this.
Dakota?
She looks like a conglomeration of different species of fish that you would find in the ocean, with like the sea stars, like the tentacles that kind of look like jellyfish. She kind of looks like an anemone. Anemone. What are the things that clownfish live in? Anemone.
Anemone. I can't say it either, girl.
Yeah, but that's what it reminds me of. I really like this. I would mop it.
She looks like Nemo's house.
Yes.
She looks like a Polynesian man of war. And I love that, or like a jellyfish. I can tell that this is satin. So because of that reason, I am gonna mop it. Next up we have Miss Vita VonTesse Starr. I will go first on this one.
She wore, like you've read her last week, you said she's been wearing the same finger wave pixie cut wig and the same jewelry. She's not wearing the same jewelry, the same neck piece, or the same wig. So what do you think of this?
I actually like the top half of this. I don't like the hair with this, and I don't like the bottom half of this. There are so many wrinkles in this. Like, every time she moved in it, I saw nothing but wrinkles. But I love her makeup. Her makeup, finally, I can tell where her eyes are. Her makeup is step up. I don't know. I did not like the little things coming up. Like, it just kind of makes her look too boxy. I don't know what's going on right here, but for some reason there's a disconnect. But I will mop it because I would wear it. What do you think, Dakota?
With some edits and customizations, I would definitely mop this. I would have the waist up higher.
Yes.
And it is giving me very Death Becomes Her.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what it reminded me of.
Yeah, now that you say that, I see that 100%. Yeah.
I would mop it.
Joey?
I'm in agreement. I would like to have seen the hair a little higher. It would have been a nice shock to come out with even bigger hair, considering that she'd had these little finger waves. Nothing wrong with it at all, though. Like, had she not just been doing finger waves, this would have been a good change up from big hair. So I'm going to mop it as well. But I would like to see the hair get a little higher.
Yeah, or even with the hair, I would have been okay with hair similar to her promo look that was longer, but like kind of a little bit of a lighter golder tone. And more flowy, like something like that would have looked good with this. I don't know. It's just so close to the skin. I don't know. There's something about it. And even Bianca Del Rio on the pit stop was talking about the hair as well. And I agreed with what she was saying. It's just, yeah. Anyway, moving on along to Miss Darlene Mitchell. Joey.
Whoa. I mean, my mama always told me if you can't say nothing nice, you don't say anything at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I cannot find anything nice. Except maybe I like a cape. I do like a cape. I don't like a cape here, though. This is a hot tranny mess.
I can give you a positive, Joseph. It's satin.
It is very clearly satin because that's just the bed sheet right there that she's waving around unaltered.
It's kind of a dress, and she's wearing it.
Yeah.
And she's beautiful.
She is beautiful. She is beautiful. What do you think, Dakota?
I'm just a little disappointed because I love how she gives us very like camp, like comedy queen, but also is so gorgeous and like also gives me like, pageant queen model in the face, and especially with her wigs. But it was just kind of, she dropped the ball this week on this outfit. If she would have left the bottom part on, I think it would have been so much better. I probably wouldn't rated it as badly as I'm about to, but yeah, it's a little past just a popcorn pass. Like this is a hot training mess. Like this is way too simple this far into the season. We're already on episode 5. It's not up to par.
Yeah, I agree with y'all. Like it was at a popcorn pass when she walked down the runway in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then she got to the end of the runway and I'm like, oh, it can't get any worse than it already is. And then she took that thing off and it got worse. And it went from a hot popcorn mess to a hot training mess.
And then she started waving it around like a damn superhero cape. And I'm like, oh, please.
Like she was a matador. Yeah, and I'm sitting there like, and then like, I mean, I read all the rest of the queens, so I've got to read her. Like, girl, you need to get your tights to match the rest of your body. Because right now you are bordering on the line of being either Latino or on the lighter skin of my African sisters, because them legs don't match your skin tone, girl. Yeah. And, which I would not mind if she was trying to pull off a trailer trash, runway like Eleganza look, which she's done before and she could pull off, because I mean, there are people that are, because I mean, she just gives me elevated Trixie Mattel trailer trash Eleganza. That's what I think of when I think Darlene Mitchell. But I don't. This is like something my grandmother would have worn to the prom in the 70s. Before she went to the disco afterwards. Yeah, it's giving very home ec. Yeah.
I mean, it just looks like a simple ballerina style dress. It's giving Tinkerbell. Like it looks like something that you would get in a Tinkerbell costume from Party City.
How dare you talk like Tinkerbell like that?
Well, that's nothing on Tinkerbell. Hers is actually green and is actually a bit more intricate than this, but I just feel like if she would have left the bottom part on, I think she would have been okay, but I was like, Lord, please let her be good. Let her be good in the challenge, because this was a letdown on the runway.
I could not see it until now, but you're absolutely right, Dakota. Like, it is giving Pixie.
Yep.
Like 1000%.
Yep. All right. Up next, we have Miss Mia Starr. Dakota, what did you think about Miss Mia Starr?
Okay. I loved the color. I loved the wig. I loved the jewelry. And I love the concept with like the big bow, like in the front, like she's walking around like on Christmas to remind everyone she's a gift. But I just felt like there was really no, if it would have been like a mermaid gown with the bow at the top like this, I feel like it would have been fine. But the fact that it was so like avant-garde and big at the bottom, and then it was so big at the top, like she had like no shape. Like it just looked like a big piece of drapey fabric on her. So I'm just going to say it's not a hot turny mess, but it's a meh for me. Like it's a popcorn pass for me. Because everything else on it was gorgeous. Color, makeup, jewelry, but just the style of the dress.
Joey?
You know, it reminds me of something that in the fabric and in the wig style and even in her makeup, of something that Roxy Andrews wore in, I think it was All Stars 8. And I really like this fabric, and I really like the choice she made. I think her makeup looks great. I think the wig color in particular looks really good with red. So she did put some thought into this outfit. So that's why I'm going to give it a popcorn pass.
Strawberry Spark Strawberry said, I wish the dress under the bow was tight, but it just looks so baggy to me. And I agree. You know, I agree. I see what Dakota was saying. Like, but I'm gonna tell you right now, if this was a present that somebody gave me under the tree, I would leave it under the tree or set the tree on fire. I don't like the dress. I see what she was trying to do, and I have seen it done by so many other drag queens better, including Roxy Andrews. And at this point, if you're going to come onto the main stage of RuPaul's Drag Race with something that we've already seen, you better do it better and knock it out of the motherfucking park.
It's like a mix of like Marilyn Monroe and Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend with like the pink dress with the big bow in the back.
Yeah.
And also like, I can't remember what the designer is, but what Christina Aguilera wore to the 2019 American Music Awards, and she performed, and it was like a white avant-garde high-low dress, and it had like a big like fascinator spider type piece on the front of it. That's what this reminds me of, like those two dresses intertwined.
You know what I just thought about, what it kind of like makes me think of? You remember when the Rugrats would like try on their parents, like there was an episode where they tried on their parents' clothes and their parents' shoes, they were just like swallowed by them.
Yeah.
It's like she's a 10-year-old that is putting on her mom's dress.
That's all I see is Angelica like
Yep.
walking across the floor with her mom's dress and garb on, and then you see like all the kids like running around in a car with the vacuum cleaner.
Yep.
That's all
But going back to like what Strawberry Spark said, I really feel like it should have been a lot tighter, like skin tight underneath with a big bow on top. I feel like the bow should have been rhinestoned or stoned the fuck out. I disagree with what Joey said earlier about her makeup. I actually hate her fucking makeup. Right here, like if you see the one where it's the close up of her face, I can see exactly where she placed everything else. There's lines. There's nothing that's blended. It's just like she put white right here and it sat there for a minute. And then she put white right here.
I don't think she's used to wearing a white wig, because a white wig can like make you look washed out, but it can also make you look too overly dark. Yeah. I just think she needed to lighten the makeup a little bit since the wig was so light. But like I said earlier, if this would have been a mermaid style dress underneath, or even like a bodysuit, like a satin bodysuit with that big bow on top, that would have been like a mop it for me.
But like to finish my critique with it, like I also like I don't know, and it's something about her talent show number as well. Her makeup just looks very, very oatmeal-y and like very just rough. Like she looks like a brick with her makeup like this. I know she can look not like a brick. I mean, hello, look at her on her promo look. I called it out last week, but her breastplate, I'm able to see where your breastplate and your skin meets. And that is a big no-no. When we've had so many queens that have come on the main stage where you can't tell where the breastplate lines are. I mean, there's ways to do it, and she's not doing it right. So this is a hot, tranny mess for me. Moving on along, we have Mikey Minx. Dakota, what do you think of Miss Mikey Minx?
Honestly, I didn't really like it when it was going down the runway, but now that I'm able to like look at it in a picture and see what all she did. I actually, of course, her makeup is gorgeous. We know Mackenzie loves her makeup. I actually kind of like this. I'm gonna mop it. It's an elevated look for her for sure.
Joseph?
I feel like the last couple seasons we've been starting to see more, and this is just coming back in fashion in general, I guess. Everything's starting to look like the roaring 20s or the 30s again, as far as silhouettes, and this is really good. The hair, the makeup, the lashes, the way that she's got that satin, I don't even know what to call that. It's not a headpiece. It's just a prop basically, and it kind of looks a bit like a boa. It's gorgeous. This is a mop it.
Yep. I agree, and like Dakota said, I love her makeup. There's just something about it that's just like, I don't know, fresh and crisp to me. I love how it just lights her face up. Like old Hollywood glamour. Like when I think of like 30, 40, 50, 60 Hollywood starlets, like this is the makeup and the face that I would think of when I'm thinking of some of those, you know. This is a very high moppet. It is also almost my slay of the day, but it is not. But it is a very high moppet. I love her. Next up we have Miss Athena Dion. I will go first on this one. She needs. This is a meh for me. I mean, satin, but she needs to edit things down, in my opinion. I don't know. I don't like how the ruffle is coming up here and then flat here. I don't like the thing on the side of the head. There's just too much going on. I don't like the cover up. I don't like it. Dakota.
It's giving very Palm Beach Royale. It looks like a rich lady in Palm Beach, Florida in the 60s going out to the pool with her pool boy. I mean, that's just what it's giving to me. Again, I feel like it looked better with the bottom part on it.
Yep.
And I feel like as gorgeous of a garment as it is and the way that she styled it, it just doesn't really do anything for her. And it looks very like it ages her. Dare I say that? Because I feel like the same thing last week with the outfit that she made. It aged her. So I feel like she's wearing clothes that are aging her like 30 years. Like she should be dressing more like her age and less like Lady Bunny going to a luau.
Yeah.
Wow. I wouldn't have gone with luau, but
What do you think?
So have y'all seen Sunset Boulevard?
Yes.
This feels very like I'm ready for my close up. Like that like just the headpiece for some reason reminds me of the hair. It's like Gloria Swanson is what her face looks like, which is not a bad thing, but like you said, it does age her because the whole plot of Sunset Boulevard is she's like a woman of a certain age that can no longer get jobs in Hollywood. I like it though. I'm gonna mop it because I kind of get what she went for. She does not need to be Auntie Grandma like all the time.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous fabric. I see the rhinestoning, like the ruffled trim, the headpiece. I love like how much fabric there is. It's just, I feel like she could have made the dress a little bit shorter, and not made her torso look so long with the dress. And I just feel like the way that the fabric is gathered at the bottom on the underdress, I think that's really what's making it look so dated.
Yeah. And I mean, I wouldn't even mind that as much because, you know, I guess it's just the way she explains things also when she, like, none of it makes sense. Like, every time she walks down the runway, I see a lot of great things. And, like, I mean, she's got some great looks. And this by itself would be a great look. However, when you take everything else that she's done and put it together, like, it tells me nothing about who she is. Where Darlene Mitchell, I can say the exact opposite. You know, like, Darlene was one that had a really bad look tonight. But I think with all of it, we're able to piece together and we know exactly who Darlene is. With Mikey Meeks, we know exactly who Mikey Meeks is. Like, with Athena, there's just something that's off with what she does that just, I don't know, that I can't put my finger on it. Moving on along, we have up Miss Kenya Pleaser. Joey, thoughts?
I like this. I actually like this. I like the fact that she realized that whatever the hell she was going to wear was going to be worse than this, so she chose to alter the dress.
That is not the case. Really quick, she said that she had ordered something and the designer did not get it to her in time.
Oh, okay. So okay, sorry. I for some reason I thought that she'd made the conscious decision not to bring it.
No. It was supposed to come to the hotel. The hotel, it did not show up when it was supposed to. And Jane Don't gave her a cover-up, and she made this from the cover-up.
I like it. I mean, considering the story behind it and the fact that she put this together probably in like 2 days, I like it. And I think it once again is going to just further bolster Jane Doe's resume, and she better watch her ass next week. And they'll throw her in the bottom because she's you can't be good at everything and be like the savior of the drag queens.
Yeah. Dakota?
As simple, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can make something so simple look amazing with accessories and editing, and then also personality on the runway. So Darlene, she's pretty charismatic, you know, she's a comedy queen, but like her dress was just way too simple. Like, she should have kept the bottom part on. This simple, it's literally a cover up that she turned into a wrap dress, put a belt around it. She did a similar headpiece, a smaller headpiece, more like a headband version of what what's her name was wearing. Oh my gosh, grandmother
Athena.
Dion?
Athena. What Athena was doing, except this is just like a headband with
you're like saying like grandmother, and we're both like Athena.
I just like I'm so forgetful with names. Like, it was on the tip of my tongue. But as simple as it is, like, I love this. Like, just the color on her skin, like the headband, like the afro, the jewelry, the shoes. Like, this is what you do when, like, take lemons, make lemonade. This is what we're talking about.
Yep. I agree with you both. I'm gonna. The only thing I wish that she had done is, and it's just a little nitpicky thing, it's just with her hair. I wish that she had like something with just like a little bit of a lighter tint to it, because it almost like she's wearing this beautiful puff piece, but you can't see it because of how dark the main stage is now, and you lose that. And I mean, it looked gorgeous. So I wish that we could see that, in the pictures or more. But the fact that she, A, had to make this from scratch, B, I love her makeup here. Like, her makeup is so blended. And what I was talking about the other week with that little pop of color on her lids, like, it just made her face pop even that much more here. I love the accessories with this. This is a Moppet for me. And last, nope, not last. Next up we have Jane Don't. I will start for Jane Don't.
Did it not remind you of her animal runway?
A little bit, yeah. I get satin. I can see the satin, but outside of that, I'm confused as to what the fuck is going on here. And I hate that because I love Jane. The most interesting thing on her is the bird. And I don't even think any of that is satin. That's feathers. This is a popcorn pass for me, because I would not mop it, because I would not be caught dead wearing this. I would the bird, but I'd be like butt naked underneath the bird. But I mean, like, and that would have looked better. If she came out wearing a nude bodysuit, like, or a satin bodysuit or something, and just had that dress around her, I would have, slayed the day for me. But I don't like it. I don't get it. It's, and just though, because I know she made this, and I know because it's a little bit different. I mean, that's the only reason I'm not going to hot trainee miss it. But yeah, this is a popcorn pass for me. What do you think, Dakota?
I actually really love this. It's another slay of the day for me.
You only get one.
You can have more than one hot trainee mess. I can have more than one slay of the day.
We only can have one hot trainee. We can only have one slay of the day. We can have unlimited hot trainee messes.
It is a high Moppet then. And it is like, it does remind me of her dress for the animal runway, because it was, she did do a bird. So maybe she just likes birds, which is fine. But it's very, I love how like ostentatious it is. I love that it's like very artistic, like wearable art, like what Lucky Stars does in a way. I love this personally. I can definitely tell that it's satin, or most of the dress that she used is made of satin. I love like all of the color. I love how artistic it is. I love that her tights match some of the feathers in the dress, especially with the yellow shoe to make the sun pop in the dress. I really like this. Like, it's literally, she's wearing art. Like, I love this.
Go, Joey.
If Big Bird were a phoenix, I would mop the hell out of it, though. Like, it's so campy. It's so, like, high old-fashioned drag. Like, is it the best thing on the runway? No. But it's I love it. I can't say that, like, it'd be something that I could pull off. But she definitely is putting thought into something, and I'll be honest, after watching, was it 9 other outfits, I'm sick of monocolored outfits or two-tone outfits. Like, this is satin. Like, This is the color. This is the material you make ribbons and bows out of. You could do an outfit with 3, 4, 5 colors and do something with it. And she's the only one that did that.
I know this is a little bit of a stretch, but this is just the way my brain works. But when she was walking down the runway, I was like, okay, Professor Umbridge from Harry Potter, she's like modeling. She like killed Dumbledore's Phoenix and is like wearing it around her neck and like made a whole dress out of it. Like, okay, ma'am. Okay.
I can see that. And I don't know. I see what y'all are saying, but I guess art is subjective, and that's part of what makes it art.
I don't think you're not like into the whole whimsical.
I am, but it has to make sense to me, and like I don't know, like yeah.
Satin is a fabric, not a theme.
Well, but I know, but I'm talking about like it has to make sense to me, like with like like you said, her tights are pink with a gold shoe. Why? Like it has. I have to understand it, and I don't understand it, and so then it just makes me like,
This is This is giving me Seattle. Like, isn't that's where she's from, correct? Seattle?
Yeah. And you're right. This is very Seattle. And that's not a dig to Seattle. It's just, it is very Seattle.
Full of campy, artistic queens.
Yep. All right. Moving on along, we have, last but not least, Miss Discord Adams. What do you think, Joey?
This is my slay of the day. I love this. I love seeing, it's not mono black. Yes, there are blacks in it. Yes, her wig does draw attention to the darker colors. But seeing her in something that is more gold than black, absolutely worth the wait. I cannot wait to see what else she has. I love this. Slay of the day. And like if I could give a double slay for the wig, I love the wig.
Oh yeah. Yep. Dakota.
I was like trying to find something to compare it to, but I really didn't have anything. I do like that she used basically all like nudes and like muted color fabrics. And then with like the newspaper and then like the very, Elizabethan era type hair with the tiara. It's again, very like unorthodox, very like avant-garde. I did like it. I feel like it's because she is a very petite queen and she's very short. I feel like it's making her, from certain angles, it's making her look a little boxy and bloated. But I would mop it. I think it's a gorgeous dress.
I agree with what you were saying, Joey. I really like this. And like you said, we're used to seeing her in a lot of blacks and darker colors. Yes, the wig has around. And the only thing I will say is a little off for me is I've seen, and I've called out the curls out for it, so I'm going to call her out. I've seen this wig on her before. Maybe not this exact, but kind of close to this color, like that gray, puffy, like it looked like cotton candy on her head. At least something has been done to this, and it doesn't look like it's the exact same wig. But this is also my slay of the day. I love this look.
She looks like Morgan McMichael's circa season 2 makeup. Yeah. Like it's giving very like Tiffany from The Bride of Chucky. Like that's definitely what this is giving me in her photo.
And I love that her makeup matches the genre of this dress. Like this is a very like 1900s, 1910, 20s look. And I love that she's doing kind of like that era makeup, especially with the brows and things like that. Like she's one that I've noticed going back, pays attention to little details like that on some things. Her and Nene Coco, I think, pull parts of their look into their face. I've noticed, and I enjoy that. And I also like that her train was very long and came off, and then she was able to walk across it like it was red carpet. I wish it had been a red carpet, but All right. Next up, we get to the Rate a Queen talent show. Just a reminder, because we're talking about talents, we are going to make it rain for anything that was amazing, and it's a talent number that we would give a lot of money to. It would tip at $1 if it's just a average, not anything you're going to always remember type thing. And if it's a AKA hot trainee mess, it's going to be a smoke break because we are bored and we're going outside to get a smoke or go get a drink. Next, first up, we have, here's all the queens sitting there, waiting to go on. Before we get to rating these, who were you most excited to see before you saw it? Who's
Anyone that said,
like, I can't wait for this shit.
literally anyone that said, I'm not doing an original song. Anyone that said I'm not doing an original song, I'm like, I'm sad. Like, give me something.
Dakota?
I already kind of knew what Mia Starr and oh my gosh, what's her name? The one the pink and black latex.
Juicy.
Juicy. So Juicy and Mia Starr, I already knew they're like high energy, like acrobatics, dance choreography. I already knew what they were going to do. I already knew that they were going to do well. I was kind of wondering about Darlene. I was wondering how hers was going to go. I kind of figured it was probably going to be do well. And then, of course, oh my God, why am I forgetting their names? The one as the frog.
You mean the praying mantis, Nini Coco?
Yes, Nini Coco. I was curious about her. I was curious about Darlene. I was shocked by Vita VonTesse.
Well, not who we were shocked by, who you were looking forward to seeing going.
So I guess Darlene and Nini Coco.
Okay. Yeah, I was most excited to see Nini Coco because I have heard of her talent, but I've never seen it. And I was really looking forward to seeing what Vita VonTesse Starr was going to bring because she's an Alabama queen and I know she knows how to slay a fucking stage. So, first up, we have Miss Ciara Myst. Dakota.
Okay. She's been doing so well all season. And I heard what her talent number was going to be. And I was like, okay, well, we've had some spoken words in the past and everybody kind of counted them out. Like we saw that on All Stars with, oh my God, same part. Tatiana. And like she was the top of the week. So I was kind of excited, but also kind of nervous. And baby, I watched this and I was like, the costume was beautiful. And I think that the message, had it come across in a different format, would have read better. But I did not like this. I did not like it at all.
So
it's
smoke break?
Yeah, it's a smoke break.
Joey?
I mean, I'd tip it $1 just because I'd be like, ooh, I'm going to sit here and watch something new. Because otherwise I'm going to have to sit through 5 original songs. That does not mean it was great. That does in fact mean that it was different. Different is not always good. I'd be the person to tip her $1 and hope to God someone else did beside me. Like, hey, come on, give her something.
Y'all, this is one where if you are her friend, you're about to go broke that night because you're about to be the only person up tipping this bitch. This was bad. And I'm very happy that Dakota brought up Tatiana because Tatiana did do spoken word. But there's a difference. Tatiana's was funny. When you're going on the main stage of RuPaul's Drag Race, you better do something that's either going to make the judges break down in tears and cry because it touched the depths of their fucking pussy. And RuPaul's butthole quivered in the chair and it made a little tear drop out of her eye. Or you better have her bent over double ass laughing because you are so fucking funny and you said something that just makes her cackle. This was neither. This is a smoke break. And this is I'm going to go to the bar manager and tell the bar manager, if you ever bring this queen back, I will never be back.
And then she tried to read Megami on her spoken word talent number. And I was like, honestly, Megami's was like, in my opinion, was better than this.
Megami's was a warning. And like Megami's talent Megami's talent did not do well in the moment, but the longer we go along and the worse the political climate gets, her talent show ages a lot better. This will not age well.
No. Is the message good? Yes. I mean, is this something, if you were at, a camp for kids that are trying to, unalive themselves, then yeah, okay, great. Are
you trying to get them to kill themselves faster?
Yeah. Well, we can't say that word. We have to say unalive themselves because, we'll get demonetized.
I did not know that.
Yes. Yeah. The best looking thing about her whole thing was the outfit. And that wasn't even enough to make me want to tip it $1 though. Like, yeah. All right. We've dragged her enough. Moving on along, we have Miss Juicy Love Dion. What did you think, Joey?
Not once did I hear anything about snatching the crown. Not once did I hear anything about her. I didn't even think she put her name in it. I don't think her name is in this song anywhere.
It doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to be. I loved this. This is a Make It Rain. Because if you're gonna do an original song, it does not need to sound like the verse you're gonna do at Final Four.
Dakota Rain.
I would Make It Rain. I thought high energy, super strong, eye contact, like the lip sync, just like the acrobatic, like everything, like Make It Rain. I love this.
I disagree. This was the most boring, unoriginal. No, I'm picking. I like this. It's like Joey said, not once did I hear, I'm here to snatch the crown. My name is Juicy Love It Down. Like, yeah. It was fun. It was original. She didn't have to put her name in it because why? Because she stamped her fucking pussy all over that fucking stage. Boom. So yeah, I would Make It Rain. That was a lot of fun to watch. Next up we have Miss Nini Coco. I will go first with Miss Nini Coco. I have heard about this talent. This is her praying mantis talent. I know some people are calling it a frog, but it's not a frog. That is a praying mantis. Fun fact, when I was a kid, there was the Alice in Wonderland that had, a bunch of like old Broadway stars and stuff like that in it. And they called the monster in the Alice in Wonderland book a Jabberwocky. And so the Jabberwocky in that looked very similar to a praying mantis in the South. And so I used to see a praying mantis and I'd be like, Jabberwocky! And it used to scare the shit out of me. I fucking hated praying mantises. But this praying mantis I fucking loved. Make it rain on this fucking bitch. Any bitch that can go out, do something, go behind, put a platter on their hand and it be the head of a man and she rips his eyeballs out. That's a good fucking time. What do you think, Dakota?
She's so beautiful. Like every time I see her face and her makeup, I'm like, if Sugar and Spice and Valentina had a love child. I know Rue says Alicia Edwards are twins, but honestly, I think she looks like Sugar and Spice and Valentina had a love child to me. I wasn't expecting her to do any acrobatics whatsoever. I was expecting it to be like a cutesy type performance, but I was very, very impressed by this performance. I very much liked it. I know some of the other girls were shading her. Oh, she's already done it on social media. And I'm like, well, she got a lot of views and a lot of good reactions from people on social media. So y'all can be jealous about it.
Look, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
And this was a really good performance. I'm like, there's people that like don't really follow social media, but they do watch reality TV. So like, this was their first time seeing it. This was my first time seeing it. So I very much enjoyed it. I would have made it rain. Like this is one.
Like, do you think that was the first time Juicy Love Dion did that number? That is not the first time she's ever done that number. So exactly, I agree. What do you think, Joey?
I think if you're gonna have commentary, this is how you do an original song with like some subtle commentary. She tells us exactly, what she thinks of men in general, and I kind of love it. Like it's subtle shade, it's good shade. If I wore this costume, I would look like a freaking Oompa Loompa. Like it would just be terrible. So she pulls off the costume really well. I don't know how, because like I don't think anyone else wearing that costume would look good in it.
Yeah.
So it's a make it rain.
And that's funny you say that, because you're exactly right. She has a way, she knows her body and she knows how to construct items to look good on herself. So like the fact that she makes almost every single one of her outfits, I think the only thing she did not make was her runway. She said that's the first time she's ever worn something by somebody else. That's talent right there. To be able to turn out a costume that looks like that, that's not easy. So
I said frog earlier because I was like trying to think of her name in the moment and like I forgot that she was a praying mantis. But this is an upgraded version of what Ginger Minj wore into the workroom when she was a glamour toad. Granted, this is a praying mantis, but this is how you do a character costume. This is how you do an animal type costume.
This is talking about, Dakota. This is Ginger Minj. You didn't know Ginger Minj was on season 18 of Drag Race?
I mean, she might tell people that.
This was what Ginger Minj wore in the workroom the first time. Nene Coco borrowed this from Ginger Minj. Ginger Minj. Actually, RuPaul went all the way to Ginger Minj's house in her own personal car and picked Ginger Minj up. And on the way, stopped by the bank and said, "Girl, I think you deserve to have $1 million. I'm going to go get $1 million out the bank." And then when they had almost gotten to the stage to film, they ran into Patrick Swayze, who is, still alive. And he went and bought them Starbucks. And then he flew them in a helicopter to the soundstage of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Well, and how dare you talk bad about the glamour toad?
Saying all of those things, you need to go and watch all the Ginger Minj drama on.
She's just taking notes from Mistress Isabel Brooks. She's in her delusion era.
No. Wow, I'm not going to let you slander Mistress Isabel Brooks like that. Mistress is a rotted cow who says shit just to piss people off. Ginger actually fucking believes that all of this shit has happened to her.
And pretty much everybody that has been there said, well, I mean, that didn't happen when we were there, but we got there late. Oh, well, we left early, but like, I don't remember seeing that happen. Or like, maybe that did happen, but maybe they didn't sing a song. Maybe it was like them just talking about it per se. Like, it's hilarious. Honestly, everyone's like people are getting so pissed off about it. I fucking love it. Like every time I get on, Ginger Minj is lying about something else, and I love it.
Y'all, I just gotta say real quick, I sent this to our group chat last night. But if y'all have not, first of all, we love y'all here. Always come here. But if y'all want some good fucking unfiltered tea about RuPaul's Drag Race, you need to go and watch Roscoe's recap. And you can join their membership. It's $1.99 per month. And you get the uncensored, like all live reactions and all the tea. But with that said, yesterday on Friday on Roscoe's Recap, you had Tammy Brown and Nicole Page Brooks.
Oh, it was a hot mess. It was a hot mess.
My God. Y'all think that I interrupt Dakota or we interrupt each other? No one could get a word in edgewise. It was like watching a train and a jet plane taking off at the same time, fixing to hit each other and like explode.
And not in a bad way. It wasn't like bad, unwatchable chaos. It was that good Tammy Brown chaos that you pay for when you book Tammy Brown.
When I tell you the Roscoe's Recap queens, like Naysha Lopez and who's the trans girl? What's her name? Batty Davis. They were just sitting there with their mouths hung open almost the entire episode. And then the bearded queen, I can't even remember her name off the top of my head. She was sitting over there and she hardly spoke the entire episode. They knew they didn't have to talk. They knew that they had a great episode, that they just had to sit back and just let nature walk the children.
Nicole Page Brooks by herself could do that. And then you give her Tammy Brown on top of that. Oh, girl. It was...
Girl.
And normally they have queens from the episode that is going on. So they'll have like queens from the current show. But I think they just jumped at the chance because they're like, hey, both these queens have an availability in their booking schedule. We need to do this. We need to make television.
That was, I would pay to watch that on repeat every week. That was so much fun. All right, moving on along. I forgot that I had this in here. Here's a picture of Miss Nene Coco ripping the eyeball out with the teeth. That was, I don't know, that was just fun. So next up we have Miss Vita VonTesse Starr. And we're going to start off with Dakota because she's hiding her face.
Oh my gosh. I was expecting something, big, grand, elaborate, like something from a pageant queen from the South, especially from Montgomery, Alabama, which is like 45 minutes from me.
And that's what we got.
Stacey Lane Matthews in the workout video where she was eating chicken was more energy than this.
Okay. So what would you give this?
I would have tipped her $20 for her not to do it.
Wow, Dakota.
I would have asked her to come off the stage for a smoke break with me.
Judge Collins, what do you think?
I think I need a smoke break. It's like it's giving like be aggressive, be aggressive. Like there's like you do this, you're always going to be compared to Richard Simmons. Everyone's going to be compared to Richard Simmons when you do something like this. You may get compared to Olivia Newton-John in physical, but they both had high energy in both the physical music video and just Richard Simmons in general. She does not look excited. She does not look happy to be on that stage. I don't know if like something broke or her props didn't get there in time and she had to improvise. Like I feel like there is a story behind this, but I don't know what it is. And there was no energy. I'm having a smoke break.
Well, like I said earlier, I was looking forward to this because I knew that we were going to get high energy. We were going to get, great entertainment. And I feel that's exactly what we got from Nene Coco and Juicy Love Dion. But from Vita VonTesse Starr, I feel like she took a gummy or an edible. I think she found George's stash backstage beforehand and got fucked. I don't know what happened. girl, I love you. I know you. Like, we've met in passing, and you every time I've seen you on stage, I have made it rain on you. But this time I would have gone and taken a smoke break.
I was expecting like Kennedy Davenport level of like,
And that's exactly normally what you get. Like, I promise you, normally
a pageant queen from the South, like from the Bible Belt. That's where you know you're going to get like talent, charisma, energy. But like, I was not expecting this.
and she forgot the words. Like, they were absolutely right. She did not know the words. And that is a cardinal sin for being from the South. Like, for you to go on any stage and not know your words, that like, I don't know. It's like Joey said, there's something going on here that we don't know about. That's, probably some behind the scenes tea or something. I don't know what it is, but it was noticeable. And that bitch should have been in the absolute bottom for that. Like, that was horrible. Horrible. And you're wearing flats on the main stage of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Oh.
You could have at least been out there in some athletic, like, heels or something.
When I saw her with the sneakers, before any of the other queens said anything about it, when I saw her in the sneakers, I was like, oh Lord, I already know where this is going to go. It was giving, oh my God, what was her? Chi Chi DeVane when on All Stars, when she did
the flag number.
Yes, and she wore like flats. Ugh. I was like, I know where this is going to go. I already knew.
Well, yep. I mean, if you're going to wear sneakers, like, make them clown shoes. Like, they don't even have to have heels. Like, make them big. Make them like wedge. Goofy, exaggerated.
They make wedge sneakers. So
I mean, that works too. Like, give us something.
Yep. And speaking of Miss Stacey Lane Matthews, I might need to reach out to her and see if I can get her to join us one night to do a recap. Like, that would be some fun entertainment, because y'all, like, it's exactly like Dakota said. She had more talent when she took that vibrating thing and put it between her titties and just went.
She's like, I mean, she got the chicken. She's like, like, so good, so good.
Yep.
I still, whenever someone like comments or whenever someone posts something like on my social media, like, I don't know, like, it'll be like one of my friends and they like post like, a photo of them in their bathing suit. This is me. I'm like this, Stacey Lane Matthews.
You sound like a stupid.
That was her at one of the reunion shows. She's like out in the audience and she's like this.
Yep, you're right. Yep. All right. Moving on along, we have Miss Darlene Mitchell. I'll start off with Miss Darlene Mitchell. It was cute. But honestly, I expected her to go there a little bit more with some of the jokes. It was, I would have tipped it $1. But it would have had, like, she could make some tweaks to it to where I would have made it rain. But it was cute. It was, tongue in cheek. I would have given $1. What do you think, Joey?
I think she made Rue laugh. She accomplished her assignment. She made Rue laugh. I think putting her in the bottom would have upset Rue, because she was the only queen that made Rue laugh that entire time, except for when they bit into the eyeball of the praying mantis. Like, that was funny as well. But as far as like her number, she accomplished the number one rule of Drag Race.
Well, and Mia Starr made her laugh too, because we'll get to her in a minute with the bucking and the titties. Like,
that's true.
Mia, but yeah.
Oh yeah, she laughed, but that was during the lip sync.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tip it $1.
Dakota.
Yeah, I would have tipped this a couple of dollars.
All right. Moving on along, we have, last but not least, Miss Mia Starr. What did you think about Miss Mia Starr, Dakota?
I would have made it rain. Like, I thought overall it was a really strong, high energy performance, a lot like Juicy's. Juicy's had a lot more acrobatics, but I thought we knew it was going to be good. I mean, the girl's like a dancer, choreographer. Like, we knew it was going to be good. So I was not surprised.
Joey?
Yeah. Once again, with an original song, don't make it sound like your final four lip sync, your final four verse that you're going to do. And you're probably going to have a successful talent number if you can dance. This is absolutely a make it rain. I like that even with the original songs that we're getting, we're starting to see, like, it really separates the pack, which ones are good and which ones are bad. And there's not a lot of in between. You're either in the top or you're straight to the bottom.
Yep. I agree. I thought that it was very entertaining. I love the wig reveal, and we all know Rue loves the wig reveal. And when it goes to like a little short bob, that's, I mean, yeah, that was cute. My only critique to it would be that I feel like I've seen the number before from other queens, but that's not enough to make me not want to make it rain on her. Like, I would just say I would like to see her be a little bit more original moving forward. However, I feel like she's kind of had a peak recently, and I feel like we're going to start seeing her pit and go downward on a downward trend, because I just feel like, I don't know, I feel like like when you're looking at a story arc and how they're writing it and producing it, it feels like, there's several queens right now who I feel like could go at any moment, and it'd be like, oh, I could see that. And I feel like she's in that list for me. That wraps up our ranking of each one of the queens and their looks and their talent numbers. Who do you think, Dakota, who would you say are your top two talents?
Of this week or next week?
Of this week.
I would say for me, it was Juicy and Nene Coco.
Joey, what about you?
It's Juicy and Mia Starr. Like, I think this is one of the few times they got it right. I did like Nene Coco's though, and I might swap Nene Coco for Mia if it just they were both good. It was all good or all bad, pretty much.
I think I think just from the aspect of making Rue laugh, I'm gonna go with Nene Coco and Darlene Mitchell. Because dancing and all that other stuff is great, but a lot of times, to my opinion, a lot of times queens that are dancing queens are dancing and bucking the house down so much, and they've got a number in their head that they don't stop to take people's money. And ultimately, to me, when you're in a club and you're performing, it's about connecting with the audience and making them want to tip you and taking the time to, and I mean, that is also a very harsh critique, because these queens only have 60 seconds to show a number, so they're going to usually do their best. But anyway, moving on along, here's a picture of Miss Kenya Pleaser doing the Raider Queen. The queens all come back out onto the main stage, and we find out that the top two queens of the week are Miss Juicy Love Dion and Mia Starr. And we find out then that the bottom queen for the week is none other than Ciara Myst. Are y'all surprised?
I'm not. Like, I was wondering how the girls were going to judge based on, we saw alliances or people trying to form alliances, but there's no denying that her and Vita VonTesse in my opinion, were the bottom two of the week, and rightfully so.
I'm really shocked they didn't throw Vita in the bottom. They had every reason to. She's succeeding. She won last week's challenge. this was their opportunity to cut her off at the knees, and they did not take it.
Yep.
And that's. I mean, I guess they're trying to be fair, which, I mean, fuck fair. Plain Jane's the one that's the most famous from her cast, and she was not fair at all.
Yep. I 100% agree with you, Joey. I feel like this was a missed opportunity for them to get Vita out. Not that I think Vita's going to last a whole long time anyway, but she is a strong competitor. She's a triple threat, really, when it comes to all that she can do in drag. I feel like Ciara's was more on the cerebral side of a talent. And I feel like Vita's was just, I feel like she wasn't even trying to play the same sport, or, if you're going to look at it as sports knowledge, she wasn't even trying to hit the ball. She was just out there. So I feel like Vita should have been in the bottom. We have our top 2 queens of the week, lip syncing to Pretty Ugly by Zara Larsson. And what did y'all think of this lip sync?
I was ready for this lip sync. I was excited for this lip sync. I thought it was an amazing lip sync. I thought these are the lip syncs that we need to see. Mackenzie, who do you think should have won? Do you think the right person won?
Both of them won the lip sync. So, it was a double Shantae, and RuPaul said that's how.
I don't know why.
That's how you compete for the crown. Is what RuPaul said. So, my favorite part of the lip sync was this part right here on the screen, where they started on one side of the stage and Mia is walking, and then you have Juicy with her hand on and just kind of sidestep walking along the stage with her. They knew that neither one of them were going home, and so they played with it, and they played with each other. And to me, that is what makes a lip sync for your life. What do you think, Joey?
Best lip syncs of our life, or lip syncs for your life, have always been things like Raja and Carmen Carrera, Adore and Trinity, just
Alyssa
all
Edwards,
these really good lip syncs where they interact with each other.
Yep.
And you create good TV when you do it. These girls know the assignment. They are here to entertain us as the audience.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, my only critique, because you can really see it here, and I've said this about Mia Starr multiple times, but that breastplate, when you're wearing a breastplate, your job as a drag queen, in my opinion, is to make the illusion feel as if though it is 100% real. And looking at her in this picture, I can tell that that's a breastplate. Whereas when you have some queens like, oh fuck, I just forgot her name. She was on All Stars last year. She's doing the Asian Royale tour right now. TikTok.
She just got married.
Yeah.
Plastic Tiara.
Yes, thank you.
Thank
Plastic
you.
Tiara, when she wears a breastplate, it 100% looks like it is her. 100%. And this, I can tell that you're wearing a breastplate.
Well, I noticed that too with Plastic Tiara, because I'm like, how is her waist so snatched in? The girl is wearing a corset. It is a corset bodysuit. It is I'm pretty sure it goes on like a corset and goes all the way up from basically her groin all the way up to her neck. So it is like a full corseted skin suit that not only cinches her in, but gives her boobs, makes her skin she's beautiful anyway, but yeah, it's a whole, I didn't even know they had those. I knew Jimbo wore skin suits, but to wear a corseted skin suit breastplate, crazy.
And I will say this, we've got to remember, and especially with even my critiques, with both Juicy and Mia, do I think they're winning this season? Fuck no. But I do feel like once they have been able to watch themselves on TV, once they get some of this Drag Race coin in their pocket, and they're able to take touches to how they look on television.
What did Willem say about the queen on her original season? The girl that went home first, she said that her breastplate looked like a Muppet. She said it looked like she got it out of a vending machine. It's giving.
Wow.
But I mean, once both of these girls have seen themselves on TV and have been able to make some edits and come back from All Stars, I think they're going to be unstoppable. And I feel like one of these two are going to be the winners of the Lip Sync Lollapalooza SmackDown. Like, there's no doubt one of these two will win in my mind. We find out that it was a double save, and they both split $2,500. And we will be back next week for episode 6, where we will have part 2 of the Red Queen talent show, and we will see group 2 perform and group 1 judging. So one of the things that we like to do on here is whenever queens who have been eliminated post their looks, we like to show the looks. And this is Didi Fuego and what she would have worn for this challenge. I fucking love this. Would have been my fucking slay of the day. This fucking shit looks good.
She looks like Kefka. She looks like a mad jester.
Yeah,
I love this.
Yep.
It gives me very oh my god, what do they call the bull tamers?
Matadors.
Yes, that's what it was giving me.
That is what it is. That's her father was a matador fighter, and our grandfather was somebody, and so she modeled this after one of his outfits.
I love this. Do we think she's going to be like the queen last season, where they were like the only queen that posted their look? What was it, Lucky Stars, that posted their look every?
No, Lucky Stars did not. It was
They were the only queen that posted their look every single episode.
I can't remember. I don't think it was Lucky Stars though.
Okay.
But I can't remember who it was last season. And I think she is not going to be the only one, because Mandy Mango has. But Mandy Mango posted a look for what she would have done with the mashups challenge. And this was I forgot who she said the inspiration was by, but this is what she would have done if she had the Zendaya and the something else look.
Oh, Mandy Mango's had a glow up.
Yeah.
Since
Wow.
The last couple of months. Wow.
Hold on. Let me see if I can find what she said her inspiration was for this, because let's see. Mandy Mango. Let's see. She said
It was Athena's.
dressed up inspired by Zendaya's Moschino butterfly gown from the Greatest Showman press tour and the robotic Mugler bodysuit from Dune.
Okay. That is what it's giving me. What Zendaya wore to the Dune premiere.
Yep.
That I definitely see that.
Yep. And then that's it. That's all we got. So, what are your predictions? So next week we will have Athena Dion, Discord Adams, Jane Don't, Kenya Pleaser, and Mikey Meeks performing.
I know that Mikey Meeks and Mikey Meeks, Jane Don't, and oh my gosh, what's her name? She reminds me of Juicy Nutmeg Ganache.
Kenya Pleaser?
Kenya Pleaser. I know those three are probably going to do amazingly well. I'm anxious to see what Discord and Athena are going to do.
Yeah.
Like, those are the two that I'm kind of worried about, because they are front runners, but I'm worried about what their talent's going to be.
What do you think, Joey?
I think we're in for a lot more shade from these younger queens, because they they got a pretty fair judging, and I don't think that they're going to give as fair of a judging
100%.
as they received. And I think there's going to be backlash, and I think there's going to be consequences.
Yeah, Athena Dion, I think will be safe because I think she's going to have two that will judge her fairly. I think Jane. I'm most excited to see Mikey Minx and Discord Adams. I think I can probably tell kind of that Jane and Athena are going to be good. I think Kenya Pleaser. I think it's going to be between Kenya Pleaser, Kenya, Mikey, Jane. I think it's going to be one of those is going to be in the bottom. I think. Just because I just think people are going to screw them over.
You haven't gotten any word from the gossip columns about who might be in the bottom?
One of the ones I just said.
Okay.
I'm holding up a finger, which means I'm fixing to talk about spoilers. If you don't want to hear the spoiler, plug your ears or mute for a second. Because when I put my finger down, that means we have stopped talking about it. It's safe to unmute. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kenny Pleaser is apparently going to be in the bottom. It was supposed to be Kenya and Mia Starr, so already it's off. But I think that could mean that it's either, I think Kenya's going this week and Mia's going next week for whatever their challenge is. But Kenya Pleaser is definitely supposed to be in the bottom. And Ciara Myst is not supposed to go for quite some time. She is rumored to be in a couple of other challenges down the road. But, yeah. Joey, who are you most excited to see?
I want to see Discord. I really want to see Athena. I think the performances are where Athena really shines.
Yeah.
And God help you if you have to lip sync against a Miami queen this season.
But here's my question. Do you think Athena is going to be okay because she deserved to be okay? Or do you think Athena is going to be okay because she has this alliance and Juicy and Mia both said that they would put her and Kenya Pleaser high?
I think Juicy will.
And, that makes me think, back to the spoiler, if Kenya Pleaser does go home, then that makes me wonder if that's true, did she do something so badly that it bombed so bad that some of these queens just had to be like, ugh? Or were they the only two queens that rated her high and then the rest of the queens rated her dead fucking last?
I think they want rid of her. I mean, if you let a queen like that get to Snatch Game, she could take off.
Well, and right now, Kenya Pleaser is the narrator of the season. She's the one that I really am the most. I'm the one. That's who I look forward to hearing every week because she's just fun TV.
Also, I want to throw in here, if Discord doesn't win this season, if she goes to All Stars, it would be a missed opportunity for her not to turn her walk into some sort of talent show number.
Oh, 1,000%.
Oh yeah, I mean, you've already had walk that duck. I mean, do it. Come on, do it.
And I don't think. I don't think it's a secret. We all know that she doesn't win the season because, she did go home at a certain point, and everyone knows at what point she went home. But the Discord or the Discord of Discord is that she goes home and there's some drama behind it. When apparently that did not happen and she did not get eliminated, or disqualified. She was eliminated from the competition. She didn't get disqualified. Yeah. And who are you the most? Who could you do without seeing perform next week?
Out of the lineup,
yep.
So Athena, Discord, Jane don't.
Kenny Pleaser and Mikey Meeks.
I don't know. Athena, because she's the oldest. Like, I don't want grandma to break a hip. Like, just let her sit this one out. Like, she's grandmothered in. She don't have to perform.
Wow.
And ladies and gentlemen, that's Dakota's last. Actually, though, I agree with you 100%. Like, she's the one I'm the least excited by seeing because I feel like I know what it's going to be. And I have no idea what it's going to be, but I just feel like it's going to be something to do with Greek or, you know, I feel like it's almost going to be like a Park and Bark kind of.
She's going to bring Lindsay Lohan out as a guest judge and dance with her like she did in the viral video from like 10 years ago.
Facts. All right, y'all. Well, that is about gonna wrap it up for us tonight. We still don't have any movement on our ranking or our draft picks. Currently, as it stands, me and Sam are tied because we both still have 4 queens in.
But as of next week, Sam might not be.
Sam or the tape shots. Might not be. Yep. Anyway, should be interesting. All right. Y'all got anything else y'all want to talk about?
Nope. Just excited for next week's episode.
I'm loving this season.
Yeah. This has been a good cast. I'm liking the cast. I think though, like, I don't know. I feel like I needed to ratchet it. I need to ratchet up a little bit. I need a little bit more comedy. I need a little bit more fun in the episodes. Like, I'm tired of the fashion stuff. I'm tired of the design challenges. Like, I feel like the design challenges last season had more drama just because of all of the fights that happened. You know.
You want like, so I was watching the Kaylee Mantle show on YouTube, and I can't remember who she was interviewing because I swear I watch a new episode like every other day. And she was interviewing Alaska. She was interviewing Alaska, and Alaska was like, we're seeing on Drag Race, we're seeing homages to like things that have happened in the past, and that's what's making things so much better and so much more popular because people aren't getting canceled as much. Like, people are wanting to go back to like the old ways, and we're rehashing like old challenges, but like we're rehashing so many things that have happened in the past. But why aren't we redoing Untucked? Why aren't we like doing the interior and Illusions Lounge and having the silver room, the gold bar? Like, why don't we go back to that for Untucked? Like, it's literally still a set. Why don't they change the set up for Untucked and bring it back to the old ways, the way it was before, when it was messy and people were getting drunk in the interior and people could like leave the room?
I know why, and it's because of what you just said. They were getting drunk, and that's when they had unlimited supply of alcohol. And a couple of fights happened, and I think there were some legal repercussions from some of the fights that happened because they were in a controlled environment and being supplied with alcohol. So now they're very limited the amount of alcohol that they're able to get.
If the rumors are true, we might just get that for All Stars in a couple of months, because from what you guys are saying in the rumors, Morgan McMichaels and what's her name are going to be on the same season.
Mystique Summers Madison.
Mystique, and he wants them in.
We about saw some switchblades come out on season 2 Untucked. So, I mean,
You want to know some even juicier tea?
What?
Morgan McMichaels will not win in her bracket.
I mean, she doesn't usually stay on for very long every single she's ever been on. So are we shocked? I mean, she didn't last very long on her first season. She didn't last long at all on All Stars. And then she didn't last long on her stint on All Stars. And then when they invited her back a couple episodes later, and Benda LaCreme chose her to take her place, she also did not stay very long for that either. So I'm not shocked that she didn't stay for very long.
Yep.
I mean, am I wrong?
No, not at all.
Morgan McMichaels is beautiful and she is talented and she is hilarious, but she is not a longevity type of queen on a reality show. And Joseph has his camera turned off, so we can't even see his reaction.
No, I'm in agreement. Sorry, my phone's dying. I was out last night. Relax. It was a D&D game.
You need to give them femboys a break, Joseph.
But no, there are queens like Morgan McMichaels and Mayhem Miller, who I believe both come from the same drag family. It's her best friend. Her best friend is Morgan McMichaels.
Mayhem Miller.
That are good at drag and bad at Drag Race. That are better at drag than queens who have won Drag Race, but are not as good at reality television.
Yep. Like I said that a couple episodes ago, I was like, Drag Race does not make you a good drag queen. It makes you good at reality TV and good at competition, but that does not make you a good drag queen. Just like we've seen, like, what's her name that hosts Roscoe's? She was talking about it on the Kelly Mantle show a couple weeks ago, or I think it was last week. She was saying, you know, I won Miss Continental, and then I was on Drag Race and went home early. Then I was invited as a secondary on All Stars and went home early. So, and then she's like, then I was in Mr. Continental and got runner up. And then I was in Mr. Continental again and got 6th place. So like, just because you're good at drag and you're good at pageants and competitions does not mean you're going to be good at Drag Race whatsoever. And she is proof of that.
Well, and if history proves anything, very rarely have we had a pageant queen as a winner of RuPaul's Drag Race. Yep. I mean, Alyssa Edwards finally won, but it took her 4 times coming back before she was able to.
Roxy Andrews. Roxy Andrews was in the top, 3 every single season that she was on, but never won.
She was a lovely first runner-up almost every single time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. Well, I think that's going to do it for us tonight.
Well, Ginger Minge is the pageant queen.
Yes, Ginger Minge. She won, Miss Gay America and Miss Gay USA and Miss All-American Goddess. And you probably don't remember it because she used a different name and she had a completely different look. And y'all,
well, she's Puerto Rican. I think she was actually living in Puerto Rico during that time.
Hold on. So I have without giving details, I have a friend who is trans, and like we were close about 10 or 15 years ago. Over the years, haven't found, so much. But right now, the bitch is in prison. Just gonna throw it out there. This bitch messaged me last night, and she's like, "Hey, girl, you're old. Do you know who the goddess Raven is?" And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, I'm friends with him on Facebook. She's like, oh, there's some other bitch up in prison who's gay that said that they are the goddess Raven. And I'm like, bitch, that man, no. And so I took a screenshot of the profile and I'm like, well, Here's their male Facebook profile. Da 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 da. And then I'm like, wow, that's pretty pathetic. And she said, yeah, it's just some homosexual named. I'm not going to say the name here, but she said the name. When I tell you, I know who this motherfucker is. From 15 or 20 years ago. And I have spent all day on the phone calling everybody that we used to know mutually and be like, guess what? So-and-so, because they used to do drag, but they were like let me think how I can put this.
So you're this trans woman that you know from years ago that is in prison has come across a gay man in said prison that you also used to know that is having his ginger minge moment and lying about his identity to everybody there.
And who would you say is the worst drag race queen ever?
Probably I don't know. I can't. There's probably some so horrible I've blocked them out of my mind. Give me a minute. Rebecca Glasscock.
Okay. This person wishes that they were on Rebecca Glasscock's level. Like, that's how bad of a queen this person used to be. They used to have to beg to do shows in bars and used to have to pay bar owners to allow them to perform on their stage in the bars.
Oh, so you mean like Cassandra from The Quest?
Cassandra, they wish that they had Cassandra's talent.
Or
that is y'all, I can't call this bitch out, but when I tell y'all, like, look, Cassandra is her name. Cassandra.
Oh yeah, Cassandra.
And girl, if you watch us, I love you. You're the sweetest person ever. But girl,
Cassandra, the cross-dresser from the gay clubs in Birmingham.
Or as some of the dolls calls them, Shrek or Fiona.
Shrek.
I will show you a picture when we go off live.
Yes.
Yes. And that's all we got. But I just had to call that out. That I think that's funny that there's someone in prison right now that is going around telling people that they are the goddess Raven. And if you don't know who the goddess Raven is, you need to do some research because the goddess Raven is amazing. And yeah, I just thought that was funny. And I also know that person watches our podcast. So hi, girl, how you doing in prison? Call you. I told everybody that you think you her. I did. Anyway, y'all, we will be back here on Thursday night at 9 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Eastern to watch the next episode. To discuss the next episode of The Traitors Season 4. And that will do it for us tonight. Tater Tots, the talent has been shown and the alliances have been exposed, and the Raider Queen twist has officially chosen violence. We've laughed, we've gasped, we side-eyed some rankings that absolutely did not come from a place of truth and light. But as always, Drag Race reminded us that the real competition isn't the talent, it's the trust. Huge thank you to Dakota and Joseph for joining tonight and bringing the shade, the insight, and the occasional chaos that we all deserve. Dakota, where can everyone follow you at on social media?
At It's Dakota Rain on everything. If you think I have it, go on there and type in my handle. I'm probably there.
She does. And Joseph Collins, where can they follow you at, boo?
I am on Blue Sky and Nosferatu22425.
And y'all can follow me on Kinsey_reality on Instagram, TikTok, and on X. And let's see. Let me pull up the... Oh, and if you liked this podcast, make sure that you like and subscribe. And make sure to share this with your other Drag Race loving group chat. And let us know who would you have rated first and who would you have ranked last with no remorse. Y'all can also visit our website at www.couchpotatoqueens.com and find out more information about each one of us. And if you have any information that you would like to send us, or if you would like to link up with us to collaborate, You can always email us at info@couchpotatoqueens.com. And until next time, y'all stay shady, stay fabulous, and love each other fiercely. And remember, y'all, always wear your crowns. Bye.